And if you want passive income, but you don't necessarily have money to invest today, these are all strategies that you can use. What's up everyone, David here with Free2Be, and thank you for joining me for this video. Now today I want to talk about 7 different ways that you can make passive income without investing. Now a lot of times you'll hear about people wanting to create a passive income, and unfortunately a lot of those opportunities involve a cash investment up front. Whether it's investing in a business or investing in a stock market, a lot of those are cost intensive. But what happens if you want to start earning some extra money and putting together passive income without making that huge initial investment? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to be covering 7 different ways that you can make a passive income without having to make a huge initial investment. So make sure you watch this video until the very end, because one of these 7 could work for you. But before we get started, as always, if you're new to my channel, I cover financial literacy here while tracking my own progress to financial independence. So if you are new, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. Your support really does mean a lot for the channel and for me as well. And if you're not new, I really do appreciate you coming back. Okay, so passive income usually involves upfront investment. Whether you are investing in dividend stocks or trying to build a business, there's always some kind of catch with money. You need to have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, etc. But what if you could use and leverage your creativity and skills to make some passive income? And those are the income strategies we're going to talk about right now. Now, the first thing you can do is write an ebook, because in this day and age, anyone can publish a book, and we all have a story to tell or some expertise that we can write down in a book. And even if you don't realize it immediately, if you sit down and think about it long enough, I'm sure you can come up with some kind of content that you can write down. And again, because we all have access to publishing on the internet, it's just as easy as that. You write the material, you publish the book, and you put it out there for others to purchase. And ebooks are really pretty profitable because there isn't any kind of overhead. You don't have to worry about print fees or anything like that, marketing. All of that is done for you on existing platforms, so the profit margins are great. Because even if you end up selling your book for a few dollars, a lot of that money is coming right to you. So maybe it's worthwhile to sit down and brainstorm and think about some ideas, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, if you have information to share, if you have a particular set of expertise that you want to share with others. Writing an ebook is a great opportunity. Now, the next strategy you can use kind of plays in with that first one. Let's say you sit down in your brainstorming session and you realize that you do actually have an area of expertise with some actual value that you can bring to other people, but you aren't necessarily the greatest wordsmith. You're better at presenting. Well, then building an online course is the right way for you, because you don't necessarily have to have this wordy document presented to people to buy. You can create something like a PowerPoint presentation that brings the same valuable information to people out there. And sometimes that way it's easier for people to digest the material and learn from you. So if you want to proceed that route, there's also a lot of great opportunities online with marketplaces for people to take online courses and sell courses they make. All right, now let's say you're not good at words and you don't like to create presentations. Well, what can you do next? Well, this next strategy involves photography. Do you enjoy photography? Do you have a decent camera? Well, get out there and shoot stock images and then sell them on platforms that license images to people who need them. Now, this is going to be businesses that need stock photos for their website, for their marketing material. They will pay you license fees to use your photos. And all you have to do is get out there and take some good photos. Now, if you live in a major metropolitan area, you actually might be able to make more money off of this by going out and shooting famous landmarks and uploading those photos. So for example, I'm in the Washington, D.C. area. I could go out there and take photos of the Lincoln Memorial or the Washington Monument or the White House and publish those photos for people to use nationwide. So again, all that's involved there is taking equipment that you already have, whether it's a camera or even your phone, and getting out there and taking photos and publishing those photos for others to use. Now, this next strategy is another creative method that you can use to make money, and that is licensing your music. Do you play an instrument? Can you create music on your computer? Well, upload it to an existing platform and license that music for others to use. Again, people are going to be using your music for marketing purposes, YouTube videos, businesses, pages, websites, and if you have good music, people will pay for it and you will collect a license fee. Okay, so let's say you're not good at writing, you don't like taking photos, you don't play any instruments. What else can you do? Well, the next opportunity comes in the form of creating an app that brings value to people and publishing that app on an app store. Now I have a family member who's actually done this and created a couple apps while he was in college in his dorm room. And he uploaded these apps and makes a pretty decent passive income from these online. And I am totally illiterate when it comes to technology like that, but talking to him, it didn't seem like there was a lot of work involved getting these apps published. And in terms of cost, it cost him no money because it really just involved the skills that he had to create these apps. So if you're good at technology, if you're good at coding, this may be the opportunity that you want to pursue. Now, these last two don't involve creativity as much because I also wanted to bring you guys a couple ways that you can leverage things that you have that aren't necessarily creative outlets for the folks that may be a little less creative than others. So again, if you don't have that creative bug in you, what can you do to earn some passive income that doesn't necessarily cost an upfront investment? So the next way to make some passive income is renting your car out to people who need a car. There's services online. There's one called Turo that allows you to play a car rental agency. You basically meet up with people and exchange money for your car. They borrow your car, they pay you the money, and you get the car back, and you can do this as many times as you want. Now, is this one for everyone? Maybe not everyone is comfortable renting out their cars to strangers, but it is an opportunity to make some extra passive income from something that you already have. Now, this is one that I kind of want to explore because I don't actually use my car too often. We have public transportation nearby and like to walk a lot of places. So a lot of times my car is just sitting there idle. So why not try to rake some extra cash in? Take a look at one of these services that allows you to rent out your car, and maybe you can earn some extra money doing that. There's also services where you can sell space on your car to advertisers and drive around advertising their product. Now again, I know that's not for everyone, but I also wanted to cover a few opportunities that didn't necessarily involve creativity that others could use as well. And finally, the last way to create some extra income without an initial investment is to rent out an extra room in your home. If you have an extra bedroom, throw it on Airbnb and rent that thing out because you can make upwards of $70, $80 a night just for a room. So if you're willing again to have strangers come in your home and rent out your space, do that because again, it's an opportunity to earn some extra money without making an initial investment. And really all you have to do is change some sheets from time to time and make sure that the room is clean. And that's it, guys. Those are the 7 different ways you can earn a passive income without making an initial investment. So if you thought those were helpful, be sure to share this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give me a like. And if you're new to the channel, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next time.